Okay, today we are doing a stacking protocol. I have two different versions. The first one is actually the long version. We're going to do that one first, and then I'll do the short version as well. So stacking, let's talk about that for a second. And by the way, this is Sarah. She's a chiropractic student at Palmer in Florida, Port Orange. What try are you in?
I'm halfway through try 5, so halfway done.
Dang, she's almost halfway done. So what we're going to be doing today is stacking. She's been on a methylation protocol. We just checked the entire protocol, went through all 10 kits. Everything is clear with her supplements next to her. So we're going to leave those in. That's her basic program. Clears all the vials. We checked everything pretty much that we could check on her. She needed a little bit of liver support, but it's probably just temporary because of some things that happened last night, which we won't talk about. So we're going to do the stacking, and the purpose of stacking is to take your patient to the next level. With methylation, a patient is going to be good. There's not going to be anything going on that they're complaining about, but they're not going to be as robust as they could be or have as much energy and stamina, strength, resilience as they would want to have. And so this is going to take them from good to great. And so we're going to look at different parameters. We're going to look at, energy levels, metabolism, exercise motivation, libido, focus, concentration, and productivity, joy, enthusiasm for life, and then if they have a goal that they want to achieve. So if somebody is wanting to maybe run in a marathon or lose weight or whatever their personal goals are, you can kind of test to make sure that they're congruent with those goals. And then you want to start there. So step one is we complete the methylation protocol, basic, nutrition, advanced, all the kits are done. Step two is we're going to take a little subjective history of her current status. And so that's what we did. She said her energy is a 5 out of 10. Her metabolism is a 9 out of 10. Her exercise motivation, maybe a 7 out of 10. Libido, 9 out of 10. Focus, concentration, and productivity was her lowest number at 4 out of 10. Not surprising with all the studying that it takes, at school. It really kind of drains your brain. Joy, enthusiasm for life is up and down. It's kind of labile. And so one of her major goals is emotional resilience and physical resilience as well. So would you say that's true?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to test to see the energy. Her energy is 5 out of 10 at this point. We want it to be 10 out of 10. And that is your goal? Yes? So we're going to test to see if she's congruent with that. So is your body congruent with 10 out of 10 as a goal? Yes. So we're going to circle in the worksheet, you can circle weak, congruent, or cleared. And so if it's weak, then we know that there's something that we need to work on there, whether it's emotional work or an energy change or maybe sleep patterns, something like that. We'll look at the different modalities as we go along. She's congruent with 10 out of 10. So we're going to circle the congruent on that one. And then we're going to go to metabolism. She's at a 9 out of 10, congruent with 10 out of 10. And she's congruent. So that's good. Again, if that was weak, we would want to look at nutrition, emotional work, interaction, energy changes, body work, and spirit. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Exercise motivation. She's at a 7 out of 10. Are you congruent with a 10 out of 10 as a goal? Yes, she's congruent. So far, so good. Libido, 9 out of 10. We're going for 10 out of 10. And she's congruent with that. Focus, concentration, and productivity. She's at a 4 out of 10. And we're looking for 10 out of 10. And she's not congruent with that one. So this is where we want to use the pinch tests. And if you remember, think about your focus, concentration, and getting to a 10 out of 10. And there could be a reason for that. There might be an emotional reason or a nutrition reason. So we're going to pinch there, congruent with 10 out of 10. No. And that is nutrition. When we do a small pinch test and let go there, that's nutrition. On the nose, let's do in order. So eyelid and letting go, and that's coming up strong. So there's an emotional reason for that. Nose is interaction when we pinch and let go. And think of that as a little bit of applying a little bit of a therapy. So it doesn't strengthen the weak muscle. So that's not the category we want to look at. Ear, if you kind of pull it, tug it laterally and let go, and that doesn't change it. That's work, sleep, play. It could be her sleep patterns are off. working too much, not playing enough, etc. Nothing there. And then body work, if you pinch and let go, that doesn't clear it. Middle of the forehead is spirit. When we pinch there and let go, nothing. So it's coming up emotional. So at this point, we would want to do emotional work. So any idea why you would not want a 10 out of 10 focus, concentration, and productivity?
I need a break. I just took boards and I just don't want to.
It's just got the don't want us. But if it was easy and you didn't have to work, you still want focus, concentration, and productivity. Is that true?
True.
Yeah, she's congruent with it as long as we put it in that context. So think about taking boards. So it makes her go weak when she thinks about taking boards. It's just
a really stressful experience.
Stressful. It's just too much at this point. Her body's going, no more. I don't want to focus. I don't want to concentrate. I don't want to work at this point. So can we clear that? Is there an emotion, a belief, an event? It's just the event of taking the boards. Anything else we need to know? No. So I use EFT traditionally, and so we can ask, use EFT here? Yeah, we got a yes on that. We can use EFT. So think about taking the boards, and I'm just gonna test to see where. And it's coming up the kidney meridian, which is usually fear. So it's terrifying. I know you went through hell taking the boards. So keep thinking about the boards for a minute here. Let's get some of that clear. It's in the past. Okay, and so I keep tapping on the area that had tested strong until she goes weak, and then that's clear. So think about the boards again. Okay, well that was easy enough to get at least that small fear out of there. Are you congruent with having a 10 out of 10 focus, concentration, and productivity? Yes. Yes. Okay, and then joy, enthusiasm for life. Are you congruent with having a 10 out of 10? Congruent there. And then your goal, which is emotional resilience and just a centeredness that keeps you balanced. And are you congruent with a 10 out of 10? Good. Okay, so we didn't have to do a whole lot of work there. But again, the pinch tests, a lower lip, pinch, let go, that means nutrition. The eyelid, pinch and let go gently, that's the emotional work. The nose, when you pinch and let go, that's interaction, something in the environment. And that could be like rugs, textiles, lotions, something in the air, something is bothering the person in the environment. Ears, pinching and let go, that's energy change, that's work, sleep, play categories generally. And a pinch of the body anywhere, but the wrist is just handy there, that means body work. And the middle of the forehead is spirit or spiritual work. And so those are all clear. So good, we're good to go. The patient holds the congruent goal in mind while the patient holds the priority hand pose. And this is the priority hand pose. Tip of the thumb on the side of the index finger between the two knuckles, two lower knuckles. So your tip right there. So she's, I put her in priority mode. And so actually I'm going to put you over here in priority mode. It's either hand, so she's going to do it on the right hand side. And then we're going to be contacting the beneficial point. And then the patient is going to touch the vials. You can actually lock that beneficial point in. Spread your legs just about an inch. Okay, and then close them again. So we're locking in a beneficial point and priority. So now we're going to go to the stacking kit. This is our new kit. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the different hormones or things that give us strength, stamina, energy, improve your mood. They just balance things out so you can go to another level. The cool thing about stacking is normally maybe she could not take 7-keto unless she took some thyroid support with it. We balance several different parameters for each patient, and then we stack them on top of each other, and that's why we call it stacking, so that we can get more in there, and it really takes you to a whole nother level. The patients that I've been working on, and we're going to hear from her mother, actually, who we did a stacking program on about 3 weeks ago, it's made a huge difference in her life. So we're going to hear from her in a minute. But so back to you. We're going to, let me see your finger. So we have her in priority mode, and she's going to test all the ones on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side are the remedies that we're going to be using. So we're looking for which one of these is the priority to do stacking on, which one is most beneficial to start with. So we're starting with 7-keto, adrenaline. Sorry, that was my dog. So it's going to go weak until we find the one that is the priority to start with. Noradrenaline is coming up. I'm just going to move that out again. I was going to check all of them to make sure that was the priority. And it was. Okay, so her noradrenaline is looking like it's low. So we want to bump it up, but we can only bump it up in context with other things. So we'll see what else comes in next. So noradrenaline. So we're going to look at what remedies. And again, the ones on the right side are the remedies. So we're going to, now she's in priority mode. We're looking for the one that, this is strong here. So I'm going to put this in her hand. So essentially, here's the question. She's beneficial for her to have noradrenaline, and that's the priority. Everybody clear about that? When I hit the remedy that's going to balance it, she'll go weak because it neutralizes that noradrenaline. I hope that makes some sense to you. So let's go through until we get the one that goes weak. That's what we're looking for, the one that balances this and keeps it from being beneficial because we have the right remedy in there to fix the problem. Okay, we got one. Schizandra adrenal complex. Let's see if there are any others here. Okay, so when we put these when I put this on her, now this is no longer beneficial. So we can test that now. So let's pull that out. Her body's going to make noradrenaline if we give her that product, if that makes some sense. So this is Schizandra adrenal complex, a planetary herbal formula, and that's coming up beneficial and safe. So we know we're going to add that in. And again, I still have her basic program beside her. I'm going to add this into the program, Schizandra adrenal complex. So once again, we're going to go back to priority. She's still in the beneficial mode. And we're looking for number 2. So that'll go strong when we hit the second one, that is the one that we're going to balance. And it's coming up testosterone. Okay. So second one is testosterone. I'm going to put that in her hand. And now we're looking for the one that makes it go weak, which is the one that kind of balances out the testosterone for her. You kind of have to keep your, keep your brain in understanding the mode that the question that you're asking when you're testing. That's handy. Testosterone complex. So there it is right there. So that returns this one to neutral. It's no longer beneficial. It's now neutral. So we're going to put that on her. Put this one back in the kit. And testosterone complex is safe and beneficial. So that's layer number 2 of our stacking. And stay in priority mode here. And let me see your finger. We're still... she's still locked into beneficial, and we're looking for the next one that is strong. If there aren't any that's strong, you know that you're at the end of the stacking. Those are the only ones you need to get balanced. Okay, no more are coming up, so it's just those two, which is good. Okay, so with that next to you, we can go back and ask the question, with those products in your
Do you still want me
field,
to
you
do
can
that?
let go of that, yeah. With those products in your field, will you be, will that take your energy up to a 10 out of 10? And I got a yes. Okay. Metabolism, a 10 out of 10. Exercise motivation, 10 out of 10. Libido, 10 out of 10. Focus, concentration, productivity, 10 out of 10. Joy, enthusiasm for life, 10 out of 10. Emotional resilience, 10 out of 10. Nailed it.
So I have a question. So we know that my stress is normally high. So why would my adrenaline be too low?
It could be that you're getting stuck, like you're just not making enough norepinephrine. We have you on some VDR support. You might be just using it all up. It could be that you have a genetic variant there that keeps you from converting dopamine to norepinephrine, because it was specific for norepinephrine, not adrenaline. So
Yeah.
once we open that up, it's a good idea to go back, and we probably should go back to the basic kit afterwards. Make sure we're not going to upset the apple cart.
Same thing with the testosterone, because we know that my hormones can be kind of all over the place.
Right. And
So I
you
don't
have,
want to set off and history of like PCOS symptoms.
exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 3 above, and supplements. Okay, all right, we did it. And then we'll do a dose and duration, but we're going to go back and check the basic kit, because we had it balanced before, making sure that we're not sending her out of balance. Yeah, that's good. I'm just going to throw the hormone kit down just for kicks and grins. No, we're good. Okay. And I'm wondering, because we added in with her folic acid just recently, and I'm betting you can't do these without it. I'm betting that's a deal breaker for you. So when we put those on her, yeah, her body goes, But then when we add back in the methylfolate, which was the thing she was missing in her basic program, everything goes nice and strong. So that's going to make the difference, I think. You might want to check your ovaries just to make sure we're not going to upset them. Check your adrenals. But he looks happy. Looks good. And up. So this is a complete program. No other modalities are needed, so that's good. Let's do a preference last time, just to make sure everything's staying in.
Should we check her lymph nodes and her hair?
We did that
Oh, you
already.
did? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We did it with the basic program. The folic acid cleared everything. Where'd it go?